Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Napheesa Collier suffered a serious injury at the end of the Lynx Mercury game. It not only finish her season, of course, but it may have her out for Unrivaled as well. And it may be the best thing to happen to the WNBA. That's not a knock on Napheesa Collier. We will get into it here in a second. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all the support. Do me a favor if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel as well. Help us get out there, help us keep growing. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to all of you, the 19 who tune in and support. So let's dig into this. For those who don't know by now, Phoenix Mercury took a 2-1 series lead over the Minnesota Lynx. There was a very huge steal at the end of the game by Alyssa Thomas that caused a very serious injury to Napheesa Collier. And let's just say Cheryl Reeve has had enough. She is not mincing words. She is not pussyfooting around. She is making it very clear. She is calling out the WNBA. So I want to take a listen to this, and then we're going to talk about what she's right about, what she's wrong about, and why she may or may not be the best messenger when it comes to changes for this league. So let's take a listen.
And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt. There's fights. And this is the look that our league wants for some reason. We were trying to play through it. We tried to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0. And she had 5 fouls. 0 free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out and finished the game with her leg being taken out and probably has a fracture. And so this is what our league wants. Okay. But I want to call for a change of leadership at the league level when it comes to officiating. It's bad for the game. The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those 3 people semifinals playoff worthy is fucking malpractice. I can take an L with the best of them. I don't think we should have to play through more than what they did. They got players, Masha's on the glass, and gets fucking cracked. And there's no call. And all of them said, it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't see it that way. They're fucking awful.
Wow. I will say this. And look, I am not a Cheryl Reeve fan, although I think she is a good coach, a very good coach. I'm not a fan of her at all as a person, but I'm not going to say that this didn't need to be said. And I've got to give her credit for putting it out there. Now we'll get to the issues with it as well, but she made it very clear she wants a change of leadership for the WNBA. Do we all understand what that means? Cathy Engelbert is the commissioner of the WNBA. It all comes down from her. She made it very clear that there is no way that the leadership in the WNBA could say that these 3 officials, the crew that she had for this game, are worthy of officiating a WNBA semifinal playoff game. And she's not wrong on that at all. At all. Here are the issues. Where has Cheryl Reeve been with everything that has gone on with the calls and non-calls with regard to Caitlin Clark for the past 2 seasons? She has been absolutely silent. In fact, she signed Dejanay Carrington, one of the dirtiest players in the league, one of the players who multiple times tried to injure Caitlin Clark. When she was questioned about it, the players union, led, by her player Napheesa Collier, who got hurt, tried to get Christine Brennan fired from covering the WNBA. So, there's a little bit of, well, okay, I'm digging the message. Not so sure this is the right messenger, but the message is there. But again, let's get Caitlin Clark out of it, okay? Because I know that drives a lot of people crazy. Let's just look at it this way. With regard to the league as a whole, where was Cheryl Reeve last year? Where was Cheryl Reeve 5 years ago? Remember, this is not some new coach to the league. This is not Christy Sides, and I don't mean that. That is not a criticism of coaching ability, just in terms of time and the weight that her words carry. Cheryl Reeve is a decorated longtime coach, Olympic coach, gold medal winning coach, title winning coach. What she says carries a lot of weight for this league. So my question is, where have her comments been on the physicality of the league for these past number of years? This is not new. We've talked about this. It's almost like an ongoing joke. Even all the players, right? You heard it so often when Caitlin Clark entered the league, but it's been like that all along for 3 decades now. Oh, it's a physical league. Oh, it's a physical league. Oh, it's a physical league. That we kept hearing it over and over and over again. And we've all talked about how that physicality has been used to cover up the league's lack of skill. You can't let these players have freedom of movement because they don't have the skill to make the game entertaining. And it's wild that this is Alyssa Thomas because I've said over and over and over again, this is a player with no skill. This is a rugby player. She is a brute. She is dirty. She can't play basketball. If we remove the physicality from Alyssa Thomas's game, she has nothing left. Nothing left. Most of her assists are fake. They're handoffs at the 3-point line, or she makes a routine pass and then the other player works extremely hard to get a bucket, and yet they credit Alyssa Thomas with an assist. She can't shoot at all, but people leave her wide open from 15 feet because if they get up on her, she'll just run right over them like a bull in a china shop on her way to the basket, and she'll probably get the call in her favor. So it's really kind of an interesting dynamic here. We have a coach who we know didn't want Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team, who never spoke out in favor of defending Caitlin Clark when it came to the officiating, and then the player. So we have Cheryl Reeve, who's been completely silent all these years, never defended Caitlin Clark, signed Dejanay Carrington to a contract. And then we have this incident that got her to say these things with a player that epitomizes what the WNBA has been, a physical, dirty brute with no basketball skill, and that is Alyssa Thomas, folks. And we had this here. Here was a good example, right? This is the type of stuff. I'm sorry. How exactly is that not a foul? Are they both smiling, by the way, which looks even weirder? Anyway, if I was Napheesa Collier's husband, I'd wonder. But that's a whole nother conversation. And of course, then we had this is that I think if you couldn't hear it, Chery pointed to Napheesa Collier, of all people, didn't shoot a single free throw, but she had 5 personal fouls called against her. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen from time to time, but I think you see the what's going on here. And then we have this, and I have to shout out Drunk Canuck who let me know about this, that we had this particular version of this play, which you are going to see right here. Alyssa Thomas reaching in. By the way, she's reaching in like with the wrong arm. And here's the wild thing in real basketball. I mean, truth be told, even if you didn't technically commit a foul, reaching in and down like that with the inside arm is like automatic. The officials are going to call that. If the other player has it in your left hand and you're guarding them one-on-one, the way to knock it away and steal it would be up, coming down and coming up under the ball with your right hand, palm up. But anyway, so we've got this. It comes in. Now watch this. Look at the way Alyssa Thomas is standing. She hit that ball and she didn't go after it immediately. She dragged her left foot to plant her 2 feet down, leaning in to create the contact with Napheesa Collier. She didn't knock the ball out and be like, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to wait here. That's I should have given a warning. Hopefully, y'all were looking at what I was saying and not the ankle. But don't look at the ankle if you're squeamish at all. But again, we'll go back. So watch Thomas's first. She reaches across. That's like an automatic foul. Again, I know some people say, "Oh, but she didn't do." I'm just saying that is one of those things that is an automatic foul. Now, look at Alyssa Thomas drag her left leg. Now, if she knocks that away, she's got her right foot planted. Her left foot should immediately be coming forward to acceleration, but she doesn't do that. She slides it laterally and then brings her feet together to get her balance to drive into Napheesa Collier's leg. And I'm going to let this go now. Don't watch Napheesa Collier's feet, folks. And boom, and then that's the leg. And then now she's going to go get that basketball. And that is what the type of thing that Cheryl Reeve is talking about. Alyssa Thomas is a dirty player. Alyssa Thomas is not a basketball player. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you want to throw ridiculous comments. Wah, wah, wah. Alyssa Thomas is not a basketball player. She has no skill. Maybe she could play with the eighth graders if she had to play real basketball. She's absolutely garbage. This is everything wrong with the WNBA in one little fight here, in one little game, having Alyssa Thomas. She belongs nowhere near the WNBA. If the WNBA wants to move forward and do things right, she's got to go. Alyssa Thomas simply does not belong in this league. That is the be all end all of this. And then we had, I'm just going to show this because like this type of stuff I have no problem with, right? Players get, I'm not going to say things don't get physical, things don't get chippy. In certain games they do, and it's the referee's job to make sure things don't escalate. So when you have players get, I have no problem with like this. I have no problem with getting players getting in each other's face when something happens. What I find funny, if you can catch it, is Sabali at the end. Yeah, she's yapping, right? But she did not like, and then you see her face change and she is backing off. She's like, whoa, wait a minute. Because, yeah, shout out to Bridget Carlton not taking nonsense because Satu Sabali, the whiny victim child that she's always been, the I won't say single digit, but very low IQ. I've heard her speak enough. She's not very bright. Uh, I'm upsetting some people I know, and it's great. But when Bridget came up and chest bumped her and got up full height, Satu didn't know what to do. You can see that look on her face. She's like, "Wait, I don't know what to do now. I don't understand. I've never actually been called out on anything. I've never had to suffer consequences of my own stupid actions." So anyway, it's going to be interesting to see where all of this goes with what Cheryl Reeve said. You know, there's going to be a fine, but this to me, it's kind of like that line crosser. It's not Stephanie White saying, "Hey, the refs are against us," or, saying, "Hey, I can't say too much because I'm going to get fined." And again, actually, in this situation, I'm not calling out Stephanie White. I'm just saying you have maybe the most decorated, most well-respected coach in the league saying we need a change of leadership when it comes to what's going on with the refereeing. This is wrong. This is bad, and it must change going forward. That, my folks, is a big deal. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for checking out the video as always. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.